Well, I'm over at my mom's house. We're going to install this Larson storm door. She's got the 1960 door on here. Another company years back put a new door on the inside, and that seems to function fine. But they put this same door back on there, which is kind of odd, and they put it on with drywall screws. And so what I want to do, they wrap that with aluminum. I'm not sure it's going to work, but I want to take that door off. It looks like all Phillips. Yeah, they stripped out some screws, and some are missing down there. There's none in that. And this is a window door company. Usually you hold the hinge on, so there's not a whole lot holding that. I don't see any caulk on it, so that's good. We're going to pop that off. We're going to try to install the other door. I got junk to move out of the way, and I'm going to find out if that aluminum trim is going to work with what we're working with. Looks like the bottom needs to be wrapped. I forgot. I did not bring my tripod today, so this video isn't going to be as good as I thought it was. It would have been good content for people that's trying to install storm doors. This 808132 25066, and it's a self-storing. You just slide the glass down, I believe. I got to remember if it's up or down. And that's the one she chose. She didn't want it to go too low because she's got cats. She didn't want them to scratch on the screen. So we're going to make sure this fits on there. I'll pop that door off first. So that's pretty simple. Unscrew it. I'll get the tape and measure, see if everything's going to work. Austin's never put one of these chains on there, so he's trying to cut a tree branch over on the other side, and first thing it popped right off, so it probably wasn't tight enough. Okay, so loosen this screw right there about 3 turns, and that'll stretch it out a 1/4 inch or something, and it should pop right back on. And he's going to tighten that up, and then he can put the cover back on, tighten that bolt up. Got the door removed. Now what we want to do is measure the rough in opening. That's from here to here and there to there, and then make sure they go with the specs of our door, which is a 32. So I believe it's an 8081. I think it said right on the box here, 8081 32. I want to see how close we are to that. Got my brother over here. Dawson's over there pressure washing the Bilco door, and they're going to paint the Bilco door, the steel door that goes to the basement. My brother, he's weed whacking around here, need a little maintenance. I'm doing the door. I think Bobby's around the other side. She's washing windows. So we're doing things for Mother's Day. We always do this every year. Do some projects for her. Try to get as much done in one day. Dawson cut the lilac trees, got some branches. We got to pull part of a maple out of here. She has beautiful blueberries here, so we got to get them cleaned up. But everything needs weed whacking. And we're going to take down 2 other trees, not today. 10 were taken by the Amish a little while back, and I'm going to come out and grind them stumps up. So what I did is I measured this. It's 32 exact this way, top, middle, and bottom. Then I measured the diagonal. It's 86 exactly both ways. So this door is in nice and square. The height is 80 1/8 inches. Okay, so just by glancing on here, we need a 32 by 80. It should fit right in pretty nice. So I'm going to open the package, grab the instructions. They say all you need for this is a drill, pliers, tape, and 2 screwdrivers, and we'll see how that works. All right, got the door open. Here's our bottom sweep. We got our side jamb with the lock. We got our head jamb, and where's the other side? Where is it? Might be over here. Yeah, well, I guess it's under there. So we got a left and a right. Now, I've seen people put the storm door on the wrong way. That's foolish. We need to hinge on the left side. Okay, so we taken out the instructs, and one side is left, and I believe the other side says right. So we're just going to stay on this page, follow directions. The plastic bumper pieces are your adjustable height. It's a little breezy out here now, which is good, but they're in here somewhere. Those snap on the bottom. That's your adjustment. You've got a left, a right, a top, and we got to find the screws. They say they want you to caulk the top. We have a huge overhang. It's a nice design here. Doors all the way to the top, so we're not going to caulk the top. No reason for that. And then, only time it's going to leak when you pressure wash the cobwebs. We've got a door closure. We got our striker piece, our cylinder. We've got some real nice hardware. Heavy. And this is, yeah, it's a silver finish. We got a nice lock on it. Much better than the door she had. Now I got to find the hardware screws for it. All right, we take our hinge, set our hinge up, slide it up all the way, and mark through the place screw. We call that the placement screw hole. So I mark that, and then we drill and put our first screw in that holds our frame up. And I drilled and placed my screw, left it out at least 1/8 of an inch. We should be able to take our frame, once it's already on the door, set her up here, and then she's on. That's our placement screw. That way it holds the weight for you. Otherwise you're going to struggle. So now we bolt this, screw this onto the door. So we'll probably have to pre-drill those 1/8 inch and put our screws in. Then you come over to your door, inside up, top, hinge will be this side. We line up our first hole with the set screw. So you take that screw out and discard it. This will line up with that, and then we pre-drill the rest of the holes and go ahead and set a 1-inch screw unpainted in those. Hey, we're checking on Dawson over here. He's trimmed this tree up nice, this lilac. It looks good. It's past season, and this was pretty bad. He's getting it to look pretty nice, and they're going to paint it, so he's getting all the creep and crud off. Looks good, don't it?
Yeah.
A little bit more on the bottom here. Might have to put a little more cleaner on and get the grass out. And then Bobby's going to end up painting this. He's going to do the rail and everything, get this cleaned. She's had to paint it. You know, Bilco doors, they get moisture underneath them, and they tend to lift paint off after, what, 2 years? I think she painted this about 5 years ago. So probably another coat of Rust-Oleum. It'll look pretty nice. Back to it. Okay, after I did the second screw from the top, I took that screw out and discarded. We put in the 1-inch screws. That holds it still. It keeps it 1/8 inch above. Now we pre-drilled and we put in the rest of the screws down here. So now our track is secure. Our weather strip is on the inside. Now I believe we can hang the door on our screw up there. Well, Dawson was ready for lunch. We were gonna cook up a hot dog, but he opened the grill and there's a mouse nest, and there was about 2 pounds of bird seed you can see from here in there. So he's pressure washing that. He's gonna get it all clean. We don't use the grill here very often, maybe once a year, maybe at Mom's. So he's gonna clean all that up with the pressure wash just to have some lunch. We got a little fridge I gave Mom a year or two ago. She threw some sodas in there and they froze solid. So we're having a good day so far. So what I did is I hung it on our screw that holds the weight. You hold it tight, tighten that up. Come on to the outside, press that tight, put a screw in. Now we're going to screw up the side of this one. Okay, I put the finished screws on the outside of the top. I come down this side, our reveal looks good. I put our inside screws. Now, oh, I also put our sweep on. I slid it up, I closed the door, got on the floor in there, pulled the sweep down to cover so that there's no air gaps under. See that? So now the sweep touches all across the threshold, if you can see that. And now we're going to start. We could either do this door closure or we can do the latch, and I'm worried about the wind, so I might start on the latch. Brother's over there doing brush work. We're making a big pile. He went around here and did all the weed whacking. We cut branches, everything on. Look at that. We're gonna have a bonfire here shortly. Breezy out, so I want to do this latch striker first. You bend this little latch assembly into the pre-drilled hole. We got to drill a 9/16, so I might do a little drill bit to center it. We got to drill, well, it tells you the backside, a 1 1/4 or a 2 3/8. So we're going to measure it. So this is a multi, and then we're going to drill the hole, whatever size. I guess I got to see. Okay, I drilled these 3/8 of an inch. I drilled this 9/16. So we're done with our template. Take that off in there. We'll clean up the door. It's a wood core door. Clean that all up. We went all the way through, did a nice job. Dawson helped me do this because I was worried about dropping the screw down through the deck. We wouldn't be able to get it. So you drill your 2 holes, you slide this through, put her on, you got your 2 finished screws, tighten that up. The striker, of course, you pre-drill the hole, set them in. This works good. Go ahead and work it. And then I'll lock it. It locks. So now we're going to do the striker plate. What we got this done. Now we pre-drilled and lined our latch up. Dawson put 2 little tick marks we wiped off to make sure the latch would line up. Let's test it, Dawson. Close her up. See how it works. Is the latch nice? There's no closure on it. You got to push it.
You gotta push it.
I got to put the closure on. Open. It works good, right?
Yeah, it does.
Okay, now show them the function of this door, why Mom wanted this.
See, you got your screen.
The screen comes down with the glass. And her cat, they tore the bottom one out of the other door, so she's going to love this. So you just remove this shipping clip. That's why it's held out, that black clip's on there. And then go up and it should latch. My only concern is Mom's what, 5'1"? Yeah. She might have trouble reaching it. So, well, that's attractive looking. So now what we got to do is we've got the weather strip to go on the bottom. We've got the corner pieces, and then we've got the compression. And this doesn't come with a wind catch, does it? Mm-hmm. How come nothing comes with a door anymore? It didn't even come with all the silver screws up through there. But you know, the wind brace that makes it from bang. So we're going to rely on the cylinder. And this lock assembly works good, so should be in good shape. This is pretty much standard with any door, putting this compression cylinder on. You want to put it in the right hole, and there's a winter summer, there's 2 holes there. And then make sure they both adjust. And then when you put this part on, you don't want it too close to the door. You got to follow directions and put it toward the door. And then her choice is she could put it low, she could put it right under the window, or she could put it up there. I like them up there because you never bump them, but she's only 5 foot, so she's not gonna be able to reach it. So we chose right here. We're gonna come down. She don't have to get on the ground. She can reach it just by, you know, putting her arm down. So we're gonna put the cylinder there, and I'm gonna get the parts out. We got this. This says toward the storm door, so put that on in the right direction. And get the correct screws in it. And then this part we got to put on, and that goes on just like so. And then there's a winter summer, and so those 2 screws, make sure you put them in short enough it doesn't go all the way through the door. And yep, there's 2 short ones there. That's our ones we use. My brother is hot. He ran down and got us a fresh cold one. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and drill this. We're going to have some hot dogs and salt potatoes. We're going to have us a little lunch. Bobby, she washed the windows. Keith, he went around and picked up all the branches and stuff we cut and weed whacked. Dawson, he pressure washed the grill, found out the grill's no good. The burner's bad in it. And he pressure washed the Bilco door, and I've got this door almost done. So we're moving right along today. I brought over an umbrella for Mom. She doesn't have anything on the deck here. We're going to have a little lunch. Dawson's screwing that right to the deck post, and it cranks up and down, so hopefully this will be nice for her. This is a 12 by 12 deck, and that umbrella is what, a 9? It's got to be a 9-footer. That covers almost the whole deck here, don't it? The striker spring tension, whatever you want to call it, the bracket, it points the storm door that way. Now we're going to run a level across, and we're going to put our cylinder up or pull the lock out 1/4 inch past the stop. That's way it's not too tight. Swing it around. We're going to pin it here. Then we're going to bring the bracket around and line her up. Okay, we're all finished up here. We got our cylinder on, and now we're going to test it. So we open it, get it about 90 degrees, let it swing, and it clicks and locks. That's good. This is a model that the Savana that we can, the Larson Savana. You lock it, it stays up. The cats can't scratch the screens. Pull it down as much as you want. All the way down. Now she's in business. She's got her storm door back. Thanks for watching how to install a Larson Savana storm door.